is absolute dynamite. And boom, it goes.
And boom, the layup goes. Slusta and Dekran are on the move. To Dekran! We are live in the mixed division London invite coming at ya. We've got the Tokay SuperTeam taking on the Canadian national under-24 mixed team. London invite bringing fireworks this year with World Games teams, Tokay SuperTeams, under-24 World Championship teams. And it's our pleasure here at ULTI.TV to bring you the action. My name's Stef and Pazzo alongside Josh Eels, getting him in the booth for the very first time. Eelsy, how's London invite going for you thus far?
Yeah, it's amazing. We've just played our first game. Great conditions as always. The grass is always the best grass in Europe and the world. So yeah, it's been great. And looking forward to, there's a special DJ tonight, I heard, the rumour on the street. So yeah.
Special DJ. I don't know what you've got up your sleeve, but I can't wait till he unveils bit by bit. Of course, Josh Eels, known as Salty by certainly by Clapham and most of the Ultimate community, and if not before now, certainly by now. Salty will be joining us and will be giving his tidbits of analysis, info, and most certainly, if you know Salty, he's gonna have a bit of bant for us.
Well, we're just warming up, Steph. We're just warming up. It's not even the first point yet, so it's going to be interesting. I can't wait. And how are you finding it, Steph?
You know, I'm absolutely loving the tournament. I have my association with the Tokay SuperTeam, of course. This is a team that I have the pleasure of being the general manager for and putting together, seeing how she all works. And they've done well thus far in the warm-up, the friendlies yesterday, and you know, looking good going into day one of the tournament, but I still say day two.
Yeah.
So one of our trusty Yanks, American, who's been recently nicknamed as Beast, as we now have two Bens on the team, but Ben Dameron pops ByCardenas. Goes right back. Dameron, ooh, nice hand by Tlusta. She spins, finds Cardenas. Manu fires, looking for Quinn Finer, and bounces off the hand. Some defense gets in front. The throw got a lot of air under it, though.
Yeah, it was. It was a very high throw, and I think Quinn Finer did very well to get his hand on the disc, but I think it was between two defenders, they had the better area to get at it, so it was an interesting throw and option.
Break chance for Canada under 24 as they go to center. And Margison. And now the deep shot goes. And the chase from Lachlan Margison. Not able to get there, so Super Team will get a second chance to hold.
I really like that option, actually. They came out in a 3-4 option, and then the handler stroked deep, and there was a big throw. Unfortunately, a poor execution, but a really good option straight off the bat.
Just quickly, Eelsy, as we're just getting into this game, you guys did have your first game. How'd Clapham go in the first match?
Yeah, it was good, actually, Steph. We came out quite hot, got a block on the second point, so took the game 13-7, bit shorter games here at London Invite. Oh, great block.
Big block, Canada under 24, generating 2 turns on the first point here. And the pickup, this time Nishizaki, and he gets a low throw to Toth. Conversation here. Ooh, oh, yeah. Christina Tlusta kind of ran right underneath them. That was a while. I can't believe Christina Tlusta, diminutive one out there, didn't really feel any effects of that contact. Margison, high up and over, and Floor Kullarts takes it away. The Dutch sensation.
Trying to squeeze it into that break side there. I think it was a really hard throw, especially with this wind.
How is the wind to manage out there? You just came off the field. It's certainly stiffer than yesterday.
Yeah, much stiffer actually. I think there's a especially on these pitches, it's a very upwind downwind. On the show pitch over there, it's a very crosswind. It's a strong, I would say, it's a thrower's wind.
Jack Hatchett winds up, and the wind eats a bit of that throw too. Can't get it all the way to Christina Tolusta, the intended receiver.
Yeah, it was a really she was free in the end zone, but the wind is very strong that way, so it's a way difficult throw.
Now can they boost the other way? There's two defenders, but the reception made.
Wow, wow.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was taken away. I thought he had hands. We've got a busy sideline in front of us, but Tokay SuperTeam get yet another. ByCardenas winds up, sends the backhand, looking for Coulards, and this wind is proving very, very difficult. Some of the best throwers in the world that we're very used to seeing nail these kind of shots, and they're just falling short now time and time again.
Yeah, it's coming to a point where now the wind is really picked up since this morning, and I think it's like this the rest of the day. So it's going to be good to see how the best throwers in the world adjust.
And Canada from their own end zone line. They fire deep. They've got some separation. They've got a connection. Wow. Big catch by Lucier as she tries to find the next receiver. Kicked on to Nishizaki, and he gets in the corner, and Team Canada under 24 break on the first point of the game.
Wow, how does that make you feel, Stef?
It makes me feel like this is going to be an interesting game. It makes me feel like this wind may dictate the scoring end zone quite some bit, but yeah, tough to open up on 0 and have one go against, but I would say that the worry is quite low.
Okay.
If that's what you're asking.
I back to this point here, I think Canada on the downwinds have got a big strategy of not playing on their own end zone line. So actually there's been 4 or 5 shots now that they've taken to get it down into the Tokai's end zone. It's a smart tactic, especially against the best throwers in the world, that actually giving them a short pitch it's not ideal if I was honest to say that. So I think the good tactic, they're playing a very huck and D tactic at the moment.
Yeah, and I don't mind it. I'll always say an upwind, downwind. As soon as that wind is, a really difficult upwind, I don't mind playing field position. And Canada did it there. They tested the upwind throwing of the Tokay SuperTeam, a bit of close but no cigar. Like the throws, again, you see the names on the back of these shirts, the people who are attempting the shots upfield, and it does give our viewers back at home a very clear indication of this, how stiff this breeze is becoming.
Yeah, you can really feel it now on the monitor. It's really blowing, and I think it's coming really this way towards us as we're in the booth here. So it's going to be interesting to see how people adjust throughout the game.
Yeah, it's an angled. It's a diagonal from far right corner to near left corner. It's right to left on your screen, but also pushing into the camera.
We've got a nickname. So if you ever hear it on the commentary, you've got to call Connor Macca.
Macca, is that how it goes
that's
nowadays?
The nickname. Yeah. So during the point, I don't think he's on at the moment, but during the next point he's on, you've got to call him Macca throughout the point.
Well, we'll let it be
for the
known.
fans at home.
Now you've let the fans know. We do have one on the field now. Jakob Tam, the youngster from Estonia, and the Estonian community reached out. They wanted to share his nickname that he's been going by lately, or at least they've been giving him in Estonia, Big Milk, as he's been called, fitting with the hair color, I think, as Nick Whitlock takes this pass, the big Kiwi, and he goes back to Kametsova. Kametsova winds up looking for Whitlock and nails that throw. And the Tokay SuperTeam not respond, but they get their first hold going downwind.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Right at the start of the point, they came out in a 3-4 with a little wind. We call it a windmill at Clapham. So it's a 2 cutters coming across the pitch and 2 coming back. It created a really good pull play off the start, and then Whitlock straight away from the handler space going deep. 1 pass goal. Excellent work from Tokai downwind.
I thought Whitlock was one of Hour, one of the best players on the Tokay SuperTeam yesterday. He was exceptional defensively, got himself a hand block, got himself a couple sky takeaways, and was really good. Like, he's not like poach hunting. He's not looking to bait receivers in. He still plays lockdown D and can get big, but also on the offensive end, attacking both with throws, and he did take some serious skies. He was really good yesterday, so we'll hope for more of the same.
And did he come off a plane straight away as well?
Yeah, it was like, I think it was 30 hours of, nearly 30 hours of travel for the Kiwi, I believe, I remember. And straight off the plane yesterday, straight to the pitch, and got cleaned up and rocked and rolled.
Yeah, I don't know how his body's done that, because mine would break in half.
Oh, jeez, yeah. You don't got to tell me about that, breaking my body.
I've heard a rumor you're getting on the pitch as well.
I've told the team that if they can give me a 6-point lead, I will consider it.
Consider it.
I get no warm-ups. That's why I was made to look bad last time, right? I went on the pitch, but I hadn't warmed up, Eels.
Right.
Right.
Right. That's what they say.
Yeah, it's just the lack of warm-up. Here's the pickup. Ben Ort on the mark. First time he's been in gear, and a big hot Canada one throw score, and the Canadians looking very good on that one. I gotta get the number of that license plate actually. The Speedster was moving faster than I could even see.
Number 87.
Number 87 for the Canadians, that's Neo Debrew. What a...
So this is really interesting. It was a little cut zipper from the front, bang, straight away, first pass goal. Really well executed. Incredible throw downfield, throws him straight where the defender isn't, and it's a goal. Quinn Farner could do nothing about that.
And the downwind right now dictating pace. Canada, must say, really rising to the occasion here. This is these are the games that, you know, are so invaluable before. This is the reason why they would come to a tournament like this, to get these kind of hit-outs, and love to see them stepping up. I mean, this is a team that beat their World Games team yesterday.
Oh, blimey, really?
Tokai beat Canada World Games yesterday, and now it's the under-24s that are showing some serious fight at the start of this.
But they're playing good ultimate, and I think that is the key bit. They're not taking on too many risky shots and they're not trying to force anything. When they're going downwind, they're playing the conditions really well actually, and that's where we want to see Tokai. Oh, it's the man himself, Maka
goes to the Colombian who really impressed yesterday, Buja, and then Tam to Dam. Buja. He goes to Kametsova, great throw. Love the no hesitation there. Nice slide by Tam, but really like how Kametsova didn't hesitate and nailed that strike.
Yeah, it was excellent actually, where just caught it, threw it, all confidence. It's like the connection's already there, which is excellent really. One thing I have for you, Stef, is the strategy. Are you doing strategies, or is it just let them cook and just let them roll?
I mean, let them cook. Captains call the lines. We don't have like structure on offense. No, we don't have a structure. We're like, I remember we said we should maybe give some structure, and then if we want to do a wrinkle, we can let them, because everybody's so good. Adding a wrinkle should be good. And I was like, well, then if they're all so good, why can't we just make the wrinkle the game plan? We definitely have like handler set or reset sideline rules of thumb, let's say. Line calling is probably the most complex thing that we are doing to try and balance. But really, there is a big let them cook mentality out there I mean, this is the team to do it. When you put these stars together, we do have this year compared to last year. Last year we had all individuals. There are more individual selections. This year we selected with some more core groups, 3 Colombians, the 5 Groot girls, the Johnny Bravo core. There's a little bit more of pre-existing internal connections, plus the 5 returning super teamers from last year. So there is a little bit of existing chemistry this time around.
And do you make this? Is there a selection committee? And where was my invite, Stef?
Yeah,
Shocking, really.
ELZ, we'll have you on consideration next year. We might need a manager or a water boy, perhaps.
Water boy, wow.
But
wow.
yeah, we'll consider you, ELZ. Selection, I take. I ask for advice, but that is my job completely.
Right.
Coaching, the coaches do their coaching. I am part of every conversation, but I let them. I select good coaches and let them coach. Canada, low throw, nice pickup there. Zhang gets up and delivers, caught off body there into the hands of Giard. Back again, De Bruyne. And
watching here, Tokai, I don't really like playing defense at the moment, if I'm honest. It's just, they're coming out in a 3-4, and every time it's just an under 3 pass. And as a Canadian coach, I would be buzzing at this point because it is comfortable for them, it feels.
High bladey pass and well connected once again. The Canadians making things stick. I thought that was a number 57 shirt that caught it, but can't seem to find the name. But now that Canada still working things against the Tokay SuperTeam here. It was Neo De Bruyne again.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it's the 87, not the 57. So De Bruyne really involving in that blade.
That is a high risk throw, that
yeah,
right there.
I thought, okay, this is our turnover. We're gonna get one here, and nope. The sure hands of the Canadian receiver.
Yeah, throwing a blade up downwind there. It's a very trusted throw, and you've got to hit the spin with the wrist to nail it. But very good execution, and Canada are 3-2 up on Tokai. Who would have thought, at the start of the game?
Who would have thought it? Let us know if that was your prediction. You can talk to us in the chats. We've got Giovanni Saracco, the youth from the Bologna Flying Disc La Fotta Club in the chats. He's watching. Nice to see you there. Anybody else? Let us know where you're watching for, who you're cheering for, and how you're going to get London invite your team next year so you can make sure you're part of this action.
Yeah, it's a very tricky lineup. It's something that I think he's been growing year on year, and I think we are limited on teams, and that is something that we struggle with because we love this venue so much, especially the way they look after the grass, especially in the heat of June in England. Grass is not normally it's normally yellow, not green, if I'm honest, Stef.
Fair game. Hasn't quite had its chance for the sun to soak in and have the chlorophyll replenishment. Something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that. I'm not an expert, but hey, it's
and Tokai Buja. He goes to McHale. He zips one into the chest of Tognetti. He puts quick. Damn the target. Damn, bits the body, and a throw too far.
That's a really good try on that layout. That is, she's taken a hit there. I wouldn't be doing that. My body would break in half. But that is excellent.
Lola Dam, no stranger to throw in the body.
Now this is the task for Canadian under 24 to work it up the pitch with the upwind.
And they get the first throw to stick. Roberts, and then the under comes. Girard. Into the dump space. Foster. And the Canadians forced backwards for a couple. Girard. Enriquez. Oh, big around, high in the bounce. We'll go to Super Team.
Really difficult throw there. Right upwind, really sharp when he caught it. That is high difficulty.
Eklund inside the Buja, now Tognetti. Tognetti fakes, gives, Dam is there. And Tokay SuperTeam respond, tying things up 3 apiece.
Really, really good D on that actually from Maka. Just shut him down, forced him to go a little bit further out. He'll get plaudits for that back at home.
Love it. You gotta love Maka and his D. You gotta love Josh Shields in the booth, giving the straight goods for one of his regular teammates.
Yeah, training's really interesting. Look, training's really interesting there with Maka. It's one where there's a lot of chat at training. I think everyone enjoys it. Chat can go always too far. Like you guys, I was surprised you even invited me in the booth, really. But hey, we're here.
We were wary. We were wary, ELZ. We were wary. We know that you have an unfiltered mouth, and we're really hedging our bets here, letting you in. But so far, so good. I do have access to your mute button, so if ELZ gets 2 out of line, I'll get to that red button and we'll find a way out of trouble. But right now, enjoying having you here. Great bants, great chat. You in the comments, in the chat, sorry, feel free to let us know. We got people from Fergus, Ontario. Gender Blender used to be there back in the day. Up near Guelph. I used to work for Sleeman Brewery, not too far away there.
You've worked everywhere, Stef. This is.
I have worked everywhere.
You're an international man, aren't you?
International man of mystery, not quite to Austin Powers level, but yeah, I've bounced my way around the globe, getting jobs and living life. That one lands in the pull, but only just, so the Canadians pick up. Shigley. Ooh, low throw, but DeBru, who's been having a cracker game, gets another completion in the middle. And the Canadians finding space and sticking it to the Tokay SuperTeam, shredding through to the doorstep. The around does go after a first look, and another tidy possession by Canadian under 24s.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're playing Tokai off the park really at times. There was one up here where they're on the sideline and they just moved it really nicely up the line and then had a nice break into the middle of the field and then away to the races and another goal. And it was quite easy actually at most points. But hey, this is not what I expected, but it's come for an interesting game.
Yeah, for sure. They've made it very, very interesting. They're playing out of their minds right now. Shigley.
That's an unreal break at the end.
And especially after faking the same throw to go right back to it. He did shake the defense, and he did get the clean look he wanted. As Canada under 24 are making the Tokay SuperTeam sweat here. Continuing to dictate the pace. Still a break in front. First point of the game. The only thing that will come back is at the halftime mirror. Tokai will be playing defense, but right now they'll have the wind at their back, but they are going to need to break up wind to be able to be in a position to win this game.
Yeah, and right now I don't see Canada losing the downwind, if I'm honest. I think they're...
It's very fair to say based on their current form.
They're rocking some mullets out there. Have you ever thought about the mullet,
Stef? I've
Stef?
gone a mullet. Until I started pushing the locks about a year ago, I had myself a mullet. I didn't go the razor too hard on from time to time I did. My haircuts pushed the razor edges up. Leshnik and Tognetti. Tognetti asking and getting Lola Dam. And nice throw to a wide open Maka for the goal.
Wow. It was really came out of side stack there, and then it was just off to the races straight away. Tognetti, they moved the side stack over. Tognetti threw down there, and then yeah, it was 2 passes goal. It was very easy, but what really well executed pool play actually. I think the coaches will be very happy with that one.
Yeah, I know the coaches are very. They got their finger on the pulse right now. They're running around checking the score behind our back here, and I mean 3 great coaches out there. Mikey Lund from Johnny Bravo, PA, as he's known, Pierre-Alain Delamine Dubex from the Mooncatchers, and Ine Langkriet, her second year here. We're a coach for Gentle this year, but who has done some coaching all around, mostly Belgium and Northern Europe.
You're a massive fan of the Belgians, aren't you? You look compared to the English teams. You prefer them, don't you?
Do you hear that in my commentary? Is that what you're
saying?
saying?
I have. Yeah, I've listened to it before. Yeah.
I don't know. I wish that I would stay more biased if that's what you hear. I am though. I think the rise of the Belgians was a pretty big story. I think when they won EUC, I certainly was getting behind that. I don't know in club if I'm like really get too far behind the Mooncats, but I'm not going to contest you if that's what you hear. I'll allow you to it. But
I think your views on it is you just love super teams, right? You love people coming out. You don't like the teams that just stay local. That's what my feeling is. And obviously you're the general manager of super teams, so I can understand it.
I do love a super team, that is for sure. But I do really respect and love the Clapham system and how they do it, and keeping things local and homegrown talent. Nice find, but the turn, and Lagala picks up right away to Dameron. Right back, Carmen Lagala, Ben Dameron. Eyes upfield, boosts it. The send looking for Finer, but he gets up and gets a touch, but off the fingertips again.
Oh, that's just too high for him. Oh, right at the top of his leap. Oh, that's close. But so fine.
Yeah, one of the first break chances in the upwind side for the Tokay Super Team. So a close but no cigar, and Canada finding spaces again.
Wow.
Zhang brings it to within 10 meters, and now even closer to Debreu. In for goal, 2 throws later. Canada respond and rocket themselves downfield for a goal.
It's this zone that they're coming out with. It's something that, like, because you're a super team, you haven't. Stef's calling a timeout. Oh, he wants one. He's getting nervous, Stef. But no, I think if for anyone watching, I think that the zone here, it's just not. It's not been trained, so it's been very easy for people to get through, and Canada are walking through it really, pass after pass after pass, and it's 87 again has scored. And he's now got three goals, and no one can stop him.
So with that, we're going to take a short break here and be back with more action. Canada under 24 up 5-4 against the Tokay Super Team. I worked for a Michelin star chef making gelato in Paris. I had my own restaurant in Nicaragua and a food truck in Australia. Why wouldn't you watch me? Check out my YouTube channel.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
By 4, I'm sweating a bit here. It's not what I was expecting. Ealsey's feeling it. He's loving it.
I'm absolutely loving this. I couldn't wish. I'm cheering Canada. I am biased as hell here.
It's 5-4 Canada over Tokay Super Team currently. They have 1 break at the very first point of the game. No scores in the right-hand end zone thus far. The wind has wreaked havoc for both teams, but Canada has been surprisingly efficient with their downwinds. They are, I say surprising, no disrespect, but again, after seeing the World Games team out of Canada yesterday, this under 24 team looking really, really strong in the get-go here. Timeout taken by the Tokay Super Team. Let's see if the words of wisdom at the break will be enough to adjust and inspire.
I don't think it will be, Stef. I'm fully for Canadian under 24s, the underdogs. I'm rooting for the underdogs.
He's rooting for the underdogs. We're surrounded by Tokay Super Team members right now, and Salty Salty just taking it on, calling on it, and that's very Salty-like. I would expect nothing less.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the game actually. I think it's
It is a great game. All things said, this is a great game thus far. We are 29 minutes in right now, so still 40 minutes to play. Plenty to come. Still a halftime in front of us. Lots of ultimate.
Anything could happen, Stef. Anything could happen. I would recommend for a Tokai to play match defense, if I'm honest. I don't think the zone is working, and I think the Canadians are just burning through it really easily.
I think that's what I want to see as well. The zone has gone on long enough, and I think the first couple of points they played match, and Canada got their scores, but I think that is certainly the better chance to generate these here.
And what's your thoughts about a rolly pull upwind? Just,
I mean, if you can find the sideline, yeah. If you can find the sideline, force it out and force them to start on the line. And turnover there on the first throw.
Just a little scoop over the top, just the wind just pushing the disc up.
Ort unable to find Tulusta, and Canada with an upwind chance. Margison kicks to the far sideline. Toth. And that went right over the shoulder of Christina Tulusta. Now moved over and shot deep too far.
The stat was too deep there. It meant they were just chasing under, and Tokai could put a lot of pressure on. And then they had to throw a bailout throw, and yeah, it was not ideal at all, really.
Picked up. Dameron connects with Johnson go, and now Hatchet. Hatchet fires, looking for Coularts, but the throw undercooked in the downwind.
Really undercooked there, actually. Tried to put it too much, spin on the side of the disc, and yeah, the wind just pushed it straight down to the floor.
So the pickup for Canada, Nishizaki.
Big point here. This could really damage Tokai's lead. Well, not even leading, but
yeah,
I think it's
chance. They got a long way to go from here. I was very worried on the last one when they got it at the midfield, but with every possession shows chance and promise. This one hanging up and all sorts of space. The deep shot goes and just missed, but they're lucky, because Floor Coulart's peeled off for the poach.
Yeah, he got a bit of rush of blood and just tried to stick it. I think if he'd have just chilled and reset it, I think that'd have been a goal.
Coulart's bombs one deep, looking for Ben Ort, and he gets turned around.
Wow.
And
both lost it in the wind there. Wow, they're doing circles, pirouettes.
So Nishizaki comes to the line. That one to Margison. Nishizaki. And Toth. Margison thinks about the big, then goes central. Quickly moved around to the far sideline. Fortier. Dameron doing a good job in the dump space. It's up, and there's the turnover. Good handler defense by the Tokay SuperTeam that time.
Really good shutdown offense there. They just forced open side, and defenders were there, and then the throwaway happened. Oh, but great D there.
Another turnover. Tokay SuperTeam. Hatchet tries to go over top. Thought he had Dameron, but a great defensive reaction by Toth.
I think a timeout here is excellent. Reset and then run a good play.
And they did do exactly what ULTI is reading the game here. Canada taking the break. Tokay SuperTeam feeling the heat right now. We're going to take a short break here and be back with more action after these fine words.
are they? Spaceships from Mars? No, they're Frisbees. Watch it soar. It flies way around like a bird. You can even run for a pass. You can play all kinds of games. Isn't it amazing? Frisbee Flying Saucer. Yours at toy, drug, and department stores.
Oh my goodness. That is unbelievable. And created the net and made for it.
That was absolutely incredible.
I-4, Canada under 24 with a lead and the disc. Trying to go upfield here.
If I was Canada, I'd be going to my stop pull play here and hoping that somebody bites on it, and then a couple of free passes up the field, and you get the disc moving.
Well, let's see. Where's their setup? They get a horizontal.
Yeah, they're out with a 3-4 with one of the sides being a lot more space to throw into.
Nishizaki has been a strike thrower and puts up a bomb and gets away with it, but the drop, I think, had possession. I'm not sure how he lost that. He got behind Hatchet.
Yeah, it's a drop.
And now coming back, Hatchet. Bombs deep. Lagala is with separation, but the throw too far.
Out the back. Someone needs to get out the gym. That was too far downwind. Good option, but just a bit too far. Coming out in a 3-4. Oh.
And
it's unlucky.
That's chance unlucky here for Johnson go to Lagala. Lagala motions the backhand, now eyes upfield, goes to Kullart, but the defense was coming, and the deep ball goes, and it connects. Canada continue Le Chasseur on the disc. And another floaty one this time. Looked like the defense was in front, but second chance is coming. It was ruled down. Slusta goes to Ort. Ort throws low. Lagala can't handle.
This is edge of your seat stuff. You must be sweating now.
Oh yeah, it's too cold for it, but I still am somehow. Nishizaki has been excellent in this game. Margison and Nishizaki again. Fortier measures, throws the backhand, and that one gets away.
Nishizaki's really driving the offense for Canada when the turn happens. So, yeah, he's getting every other pass at this point.
Now, for the moment, the wind has died down a bit. I don't know if it's been about 10 seconds. I didn't mention at the very moment. I wouldn't count it as being out, but for the moment, a little less wind than we have been seeing. Ort makes a move and comes under. Fires and takes Dameron. Nice catch by Beast. He pops to Hatchet. Hatchet leads and a miss there.
Oh, it's you must be on. It's not much time left. We're trading points. This is nerve-wracking for you, Stef.
We still got 30 minutes to play.
Bang.
And that one's gonna go out of bounds, right?
Yeah, that's an out of bounds. That's probably quite close to the end zone.
Yeah, that would have been. But there's a foul called.
Oh, wow. That must be a foul on the throw, I'm presuming.
Seems like it, between Nishizaki and Dameron.
So why is his nickname Beast?
Well, there was two Bens on the team, and I think he really didn't want it, but somebody said beast, and he's like, no, no. And then as soon as he denied it, it caught on a little bit like wildfire.
Ah, okay.
And
I thought he had like a really good, like, in the gym, he could lift really heavy.
I'm sure he does. He is. He's been leading some of the warm-ups, and he seems like the physical specimen for sure. But no, not as good of a story as that as to why it happened. Dubé with the disc. Toth. Dumps. And goes to Dubé. Low throw for Nishizaki. Johnson went deep. Dameron feeds it, and that finally hits. Tying things up 5-5. That was a very, very long point to get a downwind hold.
Yeah, that was an extremely long point. There was a lot of turns. Canada had a few chances. Tokai had a few chances. And then finally the execution came in and the discipline happened, and Tokai finally scored. It's not what you expect for a superstar team to have so many turns, but that is the nature of how windy it is. And Ross is bringing one of the organisers of the tournament is bringing us some snacks. So
Ross the boss.
Ross the boss.
Bringing in some libations, some refreshing bubbles. All tied up, 5-5. I mentioned that the wind had died off for a moment there. She's back.
She's really back. It's a really gusty. I checked the wind this morning for the commentary, and it's meant to be gusts of about 32. So it is definitely a proper windy day out here in London. I don't think I've been to a London invite where it's not windy, if I'm honest, Steph.
Right.
Yeah, 4 years in a row. It's very windy, but it's good. I think it brings out the best in players, so it's always good to see. There's the rolly pull. That is excellent. That is excellent. That is what we need every time.
Beautiful pull. First time we'll see Canada a little bit pinned with the defense on in their end. Shigley puts up the flipper. That one connects. Maloney from Fergus goes to Shigley and then uses the dump space for Nielsen. Turns back into the disc. Zhang leads low, and that one does go down to ground on the bobble. Buja gets it from Tognetti. Leshnik to Whitlock. Whitlock and Leshnik connect again. Now Tam with a bit on the hip. Low throw, but into the hands of Tognetti. Low again to Dam. Dam tests, goes back. Leshnik, Tognetti. Pingu, as he's known, inside to Buja. Leshnik. And a stoppage as Tokai have moved into the red zone in the upwind position for the first time all game.
Have Tokai had a clean red zone offense point yet? Without.
And there it is.
There we go.
A big break for the Tokay SuperTeam, putting themselves finally in the driver's seat and take a lead in the game. But more importantly, an upwind break to put them in front 6-5 in the contest.
I think, Steph, that comes from the rolly pull at the start. And the reason why I say that, with the upwind, you can trap them on the sideline, and then you basically you make that first pass difficult, and then every other pass is challenging, especially with a team that's going downwind. You want momentum, you just want to keep running, but actually if you put it on the sideline, you can put a force on and make that first, and I think they threw a scuba over the top, and it was just challenging, and then there was a turn. So I actually think that's coming from the pull, and it just allows for defenses to set up and put pressure on straight away.
I love your assessment, and I'm going to say I am so pleasantly surprised with your incredible analysis, ELZ. I thought you were just going to get in here and it was going to be nothing but banter and tearing some shreds off, letting letting Connor McHale know that he's called Macca nowadays in ELZ's eyes, but giving some excellent in-depth analysis. Very happy to hear it, as I'm sure the viewers at home are.
Yeah, I hope so. I come with a reputation that's a bit of a loudmouth, but actually I needed to prove myself today for you, Stef. Do a professional job. Don't you worry, the banter will come later after a few beers. Don't you worry about that.
Well, I look forward to that just as much as I do continuing this game with you, as we finally take a lead. We, I say, the Tokay SuperTeam. Is the scoreboard right? 6-5
Normally, especially with these, I would be shouting 1 brings 2 here. I think you get the upwind, the downwind D is a lot easier.
Let's see how Canada does. De Bru, who's also had a nice game, floats, and Lola puts pressure, and Buja takes it away. Now Cardenas to Buja, the 2 Colombians we will see in China later this year. Back to Leshnik. Leshnik to McHale. McHale gives the flipper, and it's Kometsova there. And just as you predicted, ELZ 2, or 1 brings 2. Is that what?
1 brings 2.
1 brings 2. I like it. I've not heard that before. And there you have it, 7-5, and they're able to double cash in there and get the downwind.
Yeah, I think once the D, you get an upwind D, that downwind D as an offense is so, the offense going upwind is so difficult. So the pressure from the defense should be brought on really straight away, and that's what Tokai have done. You expect it with the superstars that you're claiming that you have, but yeah, I think it's been interesting, and now let's see how Canada can respond, and hopefully.
Yeah, that's it, and this is the point where even Tokay SuperTeam worked so hard for that break. Change their lines, change their tactic, try a little bit of everything. They finally get it. And sometimes it is like, oh, we got it now. Everything's automatic. We can take our foot off the pedal. I hope that's the last thing they're thinking. But also for Canada, it's where you think, oh, they finally got us. Deflation. This is where they have to lift their head and say, okay, we've done it all game. It happened once against us. Okay, we haven't found that upwind break ourselves yet. But if we get back into that other rhythm, we're going to find it. We're going to maybe be able to materialize that chance if they keep their heads high and keep playing.
And you've just, especially on the downwind, you've just got to hit the open throw. And I think that is where you just got to go, I can hit this, I've got the skill set and hit every time. So I think that is something that if I was on the Canadian team right now, I'd be telling my teammates, just make sure you catch it, you throw it, and just hit the open person, and you'll put it in. I think people overcomplicate Frisbee quite a lot, and they say, and I try and tell my teammates on Clapham, it's just like playing with your mates. That's all it is. It's all playing your mates in the park.
Just throw and catch, making completions. The easy stuff, there's the upwind pull by Manuela Cardenas. And Canada from the tip of their edge, and that's caught on the sideline.
Can't chip Whitlock there. Can't chip Whitlock at all.
And Whitlock saw that it went out of bounds a little further upfield. Fires over top. That looks perfect. Nick Whitlock firing lasers. And that takes it to 8-5, and that's a half taker. Tokay SuperTeam sharpening up towards the end of the first half.
Now that is an excellent point for Whitlock. The D here and then just to pick up and throw. Look, this is exceptional really. Upwind, all IO, bang, straight away. And Macca if he dropped that would be a dolly.
No dolly this time. We're going to take a short break and be back with second half action. Canada under 24 taking on the Tokay SuperTeam.
Oh my goodness. That is unbelievable. And created the tip and made for it.
That was absolutely incredible.
What are they, spaceships from Mars? No, they're Frisbees. Watch it soar. It flies way around like a bird. You can even run for a pass. You can play all kinds of games. Isn't it amazing? Frisbee Flying Saucer. Yours at toy, drug, and department stores.
(8-5). I stopped sweating a little bit now, ULTI. I'm Stef from Pazzo alongside Josh Eels, giving you the action from London Invite. What do you think about the first half?
I think it was interesting. Canada played a really good first 5 points. I think they came out, ran their systems really well, ran through the Tokai zone, and Tokai now have switched to match defense and got an upwind break, then got another one, and then got another upwind break. So I think for Tokai it was a really good end to the half, but Canada were excellent at the start, and I think some of their pool plays were really slicing and dicing through Tokai. And I think if I was in that huddle in the Canadian team, I would be like, actually guys, we're playing really well here, and they're just got to keep doing the same things, because this is a practice tournament for them. Their Worlds starts next week, if I'm correctly.
You are indeed.
So in the Rioja region, is that correct as well?
Yeah, I believe you're nailing it right now.
The wine is excellent up there. I can tell from experience, but
I think Tokay SuperTeam weathered the storm just enough to make me sweat. But finally, once the break came, they came in droves, so to speak. A break, hold, break, or break, 3 breaks in a row, in fact. Upwind, downwind, upwind. The downwinds feel like they're holds, and that's pardon my error, but that's why this is a game where it is a very upwind, downwind situation. Getting the upwinds really do count for 2.
And it's now changed slightly. It's really coming in as a diagonal. So the way that we look at it, and the viewers at home, on the left-hand side, on the far corner, that is coffin corner. So that is the real struggle. And for anyone picking up in that corner, they've got to have some cojones about them to get it off that sideline and get the disc moving for sure.
See how that goes coming out of the coffin corners, as we're just about set to pull for the second half. It will be Tokay SuperTeam receiving with the wind at their back, so potential.
No. I think Tokai have got the disc.
They will be, yes, that's right. They'll be defending.
Yeah.
With the wind at their back.
Who's your favourite player on the Super Team?
I don't have a favorite. I have, all of them have their merits. I research each and every one of them. I interview most of them before we kind of confirm selection. I think Buja and Whitlock are the two from the furthest away who I kind of knew the least about, or got to see them play the least prior, and that is touched and rolls out the back, so big opportunity to put pressure on here.
Oh, this is Callahan. Tell it.
And
that's force from Maka. Come on, mate.
They do get
break side. You can't allow that. That's no way. I'm sorry.
Nielsen and a drop in the end zone. Whitlock picks that up off a bounce. Interesting enough, and then lazily.
That's really poor. I'm sorry, but that you just can't. You can't do that. You just need to take some time, look at the free person and pass it.
Especially in a game like this where, everything has come tooth and nail, nothing given. When you get an opportunity like that, the cute stuff I don't love. Deroux with the disc. Goes low into the hands of Daly. And Daly leads, and there's a big float. And that's enough for another turnover as they bounce into each other. Mikhail from Buja. Now Leshnik handles high. Leshnik breaks around to the big Estonian, and it's a low throw that turns.
Oh, that's tricky. He's just trying to fire one in, and then the wind's just pushed it straight down. So, yeah, it's a difficult throw, and
Canada just trying to get field position on that one. Maybe some intention, but I felt like let's just get it out of here kind of throw.
Yeah, I think they didn't. it's gone to the head a little bit now. I think it's difficult because you're really trapped in your own end zone and you want to get it out. But as a coach, I would be trying to trust my systems and move the disc.
Eklund first out of the stack. The All-Star Swede fires to Kometova.
Oh.
And Eklund drops a dime for the goal, making it 9-5.
Excellent. That was perfect. Perfectly weighted. Flat, straight into the chest. Perfect throw.
Okay, Ilzy, explain where you come from regionally in the UK. What is your accent?
So I come from Birmingham originally, which is the middle of the country.
What do they call people from Birmingham?
That's a difficult one. Brummies.
Brummies, okay.
Brummies, they call them Brummies.
So it's like a Brummie accent.
Yeah, it's a Brummie accent. So yeah, so it depends. So people from home don't think I have a Brummie accent anymore. Most people think that actually I have more of a London accent, but yeah, so it's
okay.
So back to me Brummie accent. So it's yeah, I'm from Birmingham and it is Brummie, but however it's softened over the years. It was a lot stronger when I was younger. So I always struggled when I was younger playing in Europe because no one could understand me. So yeah, there would be like I'd have to like really slow down, but no, it's softened. Luckily my girlfriend is she's quite posh, so her accent is weighing off on me.
All right, balancing things a little bit.
But most people still think I have a Brummie accent, so let's not make excuses.
I quite like it. It's unique as far as I'm concerned. I don't live in the UK, so I don't hear all the variances. But yeah, it sounds quite nice as somebody who we're putting a microphone on. This Brit is a crack up.
Wow.
We got Bonfante, big love for Pingu. Makes sense. Malenio, thanks for the pronunciations.
Stef, another pull out of bounds. Like, come on, like the rolly pull needs to happen to put the pressure on. You're going upwind here. I know you're trying to get it to the end zone, but getting a pull out of bounds it gives Canada field position.
Canada from Rick Ma'u. Pingu almost got a blind D, and he played catch up, and I think he was still in the way a bit and made that throw go more OI than it had to be, which helped it carry, or not helped from a defensive perspective.
Yeah, I just think it's one of them where Pingu's being. Firstly, it comes from the pool where you're now in the centre, you can run a proper pool play. The second element to it is actually when he's now lost his defender, and the person on the force has really pushed him. The person on the force has saved Pingu in that sense. Really good force. Oh, there's another turn.
Another turn. Tokai give it up, and Canada with a chance on the doorstep. Shigley leads, and that will work. Or not. We've got a call.
Ooh. It's probably going to be a foul. Or a pick.
Yeah. There's definitely cause to stop, but then they do find the corner there. Canada get their downwind back and stem the flow, so to speak, after a run of points by the Tokay SuperTeam.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what happened on the turn on the Tokai. I got lost in drinking me Fanta, but I think it's. I think there was a little miscue with Tokai, and then the Canadians just run the same play, little chisel across the end zone, bang, goal. Slice and dice, easy as that, really.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So they say.
What's the comment saying now?
No more. Feel free to let us know. Also, make sure you hit that like button. Lots of you watching. Not that many likes. We love the likes. It's a great way to to show how much you love us.
Like and subscribe to ULTI.TV, please.
There we go. Calls to action. First time in the booth. He's figuring it all out on the run here. ULTI.
So, who are Tokai playing later? Are you nervous about any games today? Because you were nervous this morning.
I'll be a little bit nervous anytime we're playing, for sure. We've got what are expectedly our bigger games today coming up, but Canada's made that the unexpected turned into a big game here. Germany World Games, and then this evening against USA World Games. So some big games remain, and finishing this game, obviously a tall task. Still, it ain't over till it's over. Ben Dameron picks up a side stack tight to the line, and Kametsova comes from the back as everybody moves. Nice offhand from Koleftova. She goes to Dameron, Dameron to Leshnik. Straight back again. Leads Lola Dam, but how about that offhand throw? Kametsova had a an injured right hand. I'm not exactly sure what it was. And instead of stopping to play, she played about 6 months lefty and just showed what that puts into her game now, her ability to be an ambidextrous thrower.
It's an excellent throw, and I think it comes back to the pool play that Tokai ran, actually. They run a vert stack, floods left, and the back of the stack straight away under with so much space, and then it allows the stack, because it's so over, that lefty is so easy to throw into the break side. No risk, really perfect throw execution, and away they go, and it's another easy score.
So at 10-6, 61 minutes in, 9 minutes to play, just less. And the rules here, of course, game to 13 or at 70 minutes. If it's within 1, they will play game extension +1 to the highest score. If it's more than 1, it will be game over. So right now, if it trades, Tokai looking good to end it at about the 70-minute mark.
Right now, Stef, if he gets to 12, mate, you're going on that pitch. And I'm running the show down here, so that was your rules.
That's my rules. If we get a 6-point lead, I play.
So I'd start jogging on the spot, get yourself ready.
I'll start doing some stretching.
I really would push for this rolly pool now. You just got to roll it out the sideline, put a trap force on, and away you go.
The last rolly pull was brilliant. That kind of kicked off the run. Manu, it has enough shape to stay in. Yes, it does. And here come the Canadians. Underneath to Giard. Get some separation. The lead up line works. Daly. Floaty one to the sideline. Deroux. And Deroux goes to the middle. Gets a connection. That one with Shigley. And then too high, looking for the sideline.
Can I just go back to that throw off the sideline? That is an excellent throw. Big force. Just breaks the mark straight back into the middle. That is a high-level executed throw.
Buja on the line with not many options until Cardenas comes. Cardenas to Lagala. And Lagala to Ort. Lagala once more. Buja gives an option, claps it, and boosts it, and not enough on it. Gives a chance for a layout D for Shigley. Couple gainers, tight marks. Zhang on the sideline. Zhang floats it and gets away with one. Daly on the disc, and we have a player down.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little twist on the ankle. It looks like just rolled his ankle. Probably came down and landed on the same bit of grass, so hope he's okay.
I hope it's a wobble. Jorge Buja. And Jack Hatchett comes in to replace. Daly gets a gainer. And a little bit of contact as that one is caught by Zhang. Zhang leads up the line, and that one bounces out of Shigley. He gives a head pat, not happy with himself. Lagala gives an option, or Cardenas, and straight back again. Those two exchange teammates when they played for Bling. Yeah, that was a good charge down D.
Ooh.
And what was the call? Foul on, strip called, sorry, strip called.
There's no way that's a strip call. I'm sorry, but that. Oh, that's clean. That's so clean.
Oh, that. I don't think that's a strip.
That's clean. You should probably tell Maka that is clean as day, that.
And good spirit attracted. I like Luca Tognetti reiterating what we saw from the stream. I think that was indeed a clean D.
Fist bumps all around. The Canadians love it.
And that one goes forward. Zhang to the corner. Zhang again. Leads in the middle. Shigley. And does find the way in for a goal. It's 7-10 now. Canada put another one on.
Yeah, Canada really playing with the down. They're playing down on the sideline, really jamming up the line. But then got some flow, and then we were able to move it into the middle. So it was a really good score in the end. If I'm Canada now, and I know I'm pushing it quite a lot, I'm sticking a nice rolly pull out there. I'm letting it roll onto the other pitch, and then I'm putting a trap force on straight away, and I'm letting the Tokay SuperTeam try and break down a reel off the sideline.
I like it. You might as well go all in to get the turnover. Put all the force on the sideline, make it have to be an upwind throw to get inbounds with heavy pressure. Why not? You got to throw the kitchen sink at this stage.
Yeah, and I think it's the way that you want to make that first pass challenging. What you don't want to do is throw it into the middle, and then all of a sudden they've got one pass and they're away to the races. Unless they can put a pull right in the back of the end zone, but even the best in the world, I don't think, can do that at the moment.
And Tokay SuperTeam go to Kale. High release finds Kametseva. And Kametseva bombs looking for Whitlock. And Kametseva's been throwing fire today.
She's excellent. That is amazing. That touch on that throw then was perfect. She's been throwing so many bombs.
My favorite score lines in a game. Slurpee time. It's 7-11 right now. 11-7 for the Tokay SuperTeam as Whitlock finds himself behind, and he's a tough person to let behind the defense. A big unit of a receiver, the big Kiwi Gak, they were calling him, and I like that name. And then Kametseva again, just backhand fire. We got about 1:20 remaining. And the tournament director, Connor McHale, on the team. Handy.
Yes, very handy, very handy. Very handy.
Explaining the rules.
Yes, yes, indeed. It's always good to have someone that knows the rules.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
So, likely this will be the last point of the game.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Unless somehow there's a score in 40 seconds, and we haven't pulled yet.
No, but time is over. That's from the Hooteries.
The Hooter's gone.
Yeah,
okay,
so this
sorry,
will be
this will be the last point of the game.
And because it's not so close, you won't. You can only play one more point.
Getting some high fives from the coaches. They had me sweating in the booth for a little while, but patient as we go. A game against the Canadian under-24s, both really fighting the conditions. Conditions really allowing it to be one-way scoring for a large portion of the game. And, you know, this game is over now as far as result. Big credit to the Canadian under-24s. That first half, they really threw everything they had at the Tokay SuperTeam, and it was they're showing great promise. I'll be looking forward to watching them play in Logroño in Spain.
Yeah.
Because they are a very well-polished team.
Yeah, they've got real good chances of going and winning that tournament. So, it's like Pingu was listening to us on the sideline.
I mean, he's been hanging around a bit.
Yeah.
Pingu pins him on the sideline. And Shigley opens up the arm and throws an absolute ace. That throw, beautiful. I thought Tam's defense was very good. He gave 2 steps deep, not even. Played catch up pretty good. That throw was perfection.
That was an excellent throw, well executed. I think the only thing that could be different is the force could go. So he's gone a bit flat here, but took a massive step off. So he's allowed the wind up to happen. If he's a bit closer, that throw is much harder to throw, and it pushes it a bit wider. So, yeah, the only criticism would be the Jack Hackett force, just a bit closer.
Well, in any sense, we are all finished up here. 8-11. The Canadians push the Tokay SuperTeam extremely in the first half, but Tokai weather the storm, absorb it, and find a way to push ahead before the half and take this game into the win column. For ULTI.TV, having Josh Shields in the booth. Thank you so much, Josh.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Pleasure. I didn't think I'd be saying this, but we'll have you back anytime.
Perfect. Get in.
For Josh Shields, I've been Stef and Pazzo. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you. Thanks.
ULTI.TV.